Hello folks, it is 20 past 12 at night. I did manage to get out. What I have with me is an old Sony Night Shot. It's a Hdr-Xr200, I think it is called. If I got it wrong, I'll put it at the top of the video here. That camera is about 10 years old, but it still has very, very good night shot, night vision. It's the green night vision. You're used to seeing the grayscale from my body camera, but on top of that, we've got 4 night vision torches, 2 large torches, 2 small torches, and 2 cold shoe IR lights that I had just bought, and those two units have 20 bulbs each on them. They're a cob IR light. Now when I go in here, there'll be no torches. It'll be just pure and utter night vision, so I probably won't see. So I'll be dependent strictly on the screen here to actually see. So it'll be interesting to see how far of a distance I can see with this night vision camera. There is a light, a street light here, but once we go in here, we're actually going to see nothing at all. So, although it isn't a hugely dark night, see that airplane in the sky is still flying around after a security issue earlier. Now, oh, this is pretty good. I have the screen tilted upwards, and looking with my eyes, it's pretty dark. Oh, I nearly walked into the fence. I can't see a thing. Right, I'll have to look on the ground a little bit. Is there any steps? There is a pond. Right, how far? That's pretty good. You see, when light works, when it's got something to reflect off. But I can't see anything. I'm walking into the grass here. Oh, this is a struggle. Just briefly, for a second, I'm going to stick it on ordinary vision. That's what I can see, folks. Oh, I'm in the grass. Right. Some people like videos like this because it's kind of spooky. I'm dependent on this to see where I'm going here. I'm walking into the... Where am I? I can't see. I know I'm walking in grass. Right. We're heading towards the first building here. Here's the first building with a little statue, and the window marked out in the map of Ireland. Right, straight ahead of me is the oh, this is dumb. I'm going to have to use the torch. Where am I? I'm looking. Oh, I went around the back of the shed. I'm lost. I'm going to have to use a bit of a torch here, folks, because I can't see. But the screen is doing a very good job. Right up ahead here is the round tower here. I do hope I do not find anybody in these buildings, because that would be kind of scary. I fitted a wide angle lens as well, so if you haven't seen the previous video, this is a replica round tower. The whole study focus. The whole place is the whole garden is in the shape of the map of Ireland, right? And in certain locations there's replicas of landmarks to do with Christianity. So a lot of these are actually buildings. So that's the wee building. Here's a piece of bog oak. See? It's like a root system. There's a possibility that the lighting around here is on up until a certain time, and then it goes off. That night vision is pretty damn good. I'm really impressed with that now. But by looking through the visor, in order to see where I'm going, I would have to point the camera towards the ground. That's why I have this light with me. I have an ordinary light here, but it actually doesn't. See, I'm flashing it now, and it doesn't have any effect on night vision. Every so often you get these inscriptions on stones. Where am I now? I think there's a big statue up here somewhere. Oh, this is where the statue is. There we go. And fresh flowers and stuff. There's a bit of a moon out, which isn't too bad. But because this place is surrounded with trees, it's still very difficult. Where am I going now? This is a place where I want to actually try out my thermal camera when it comes, because this would be an ideal place in case there's little animals and stuff. It's a good kind of a test. I'm going around in flipping circles here. I'm kind of lost. Alright, I have to go back out this entrance ahead of me. The audio has been sort of dominated by that airplane that's flying around. Oh, back to the round tower, and we have to pick a different road now. There it is. Right. Normally I like doing paranormal investigating. I'm not going to do it in this garden because it just wouldn't go down well with the owners. But if you do hear anything in the background or see anything, you know, just let us know. I look back on the footage when I get home as well. You see the way the light reflects off that stone is pretty amazing. Of course, our torch There's absolutely nothing for my eyesight, because all it is a tiny red dot. It's like the way if you put your television on standby and you got that wee red light. That's all I see from the lighting of this camera. Yes, it lights up the landscape in front of us, and the human eye can't see that. Oh, here's a willow sort of hut. It's willow trees, and they're planted, right? And then they're just woven together, sort of thing. You know? There we go. I thought I would manage full night vision without any lights, but it's pretty difficult. I've walked off the footpath a couple of times without a torch, so here is what used to be the manger. There used to be hay and everything in here, but they put a floor and stuff. I'm actually going to sit down for a little second. Right. I hope I sleep tonight after this. There's another man-made pond in there. I heard a kind of a grunt, which doesn't make me feel very good. Hello? Could have been an animal of some kind. It's a pretty big pond. There's something. Something seems to be glowing on the other side of that pond, as you can see there, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to try and zoom in here. I do not know what that is. You see that? It's emitting its own light. I can see it with my eyes. This is as far as I can zoom in for you. That's kind of weird. Because I can see it with my own eyes. Oh, I nearly sank. Oh, that's soft in there. Oh, that's a remnants or a representation of Croagh Patrick up there. So on the map of the garden we would be in County Mayo. There's a wee seat to sit on. Suppose if you were doing a paranormal investigation, sometimes it's good just to bring the camera and see what you pick up on it, you know. But officially I'm not doing one. There's a wee well and people leave medals and flowers and stuff. Oh, that was a bird. That scared the life out of me. I'm sort of trying to get myself back into fitness. I'm going out for this kind of a walk. Oh, I startled the neighbour's dog with my torch. There's it's a cob house. It's a cob church. And there's a little aviary in there with birds. But the birds are all asleep. Where's the moon? The moon has come out from behind the clouds, so I'm going to try with a little less spotlight. Focus. See the moon, and see if I can zoom in for you. It's a replica of a famous cross here. See that? There we go. St. Mura's Cross it's called. Right. heading for another little building now. Columbus's cell. Born 1521, died 597. Well, as I said before, these are all replicas. And here's another one. Oh, some of the straw is falling off the roof, as you can see. But here's another one of those buildings. I'm going to have a little sit down break for a second. Oh, there's a little bird here. Wee birdie. I disturbed it with my torch. It's a little swallow. I'm gonna. One of my big IR type torches is dying for some reason. I was sure it was fully charged. But more seating. Great moon, huh? That's pretty cool. Right, where am I going now? Oh yes. Hoping that nobody is in here. Was running into anybody this hour of the night out here. Would be a bit jump scarish. It's another replica church. And I can smell incense in here. That's strange, I can smell sort of an incense in here. In the winter time, they do leave little bits of, you know, pieces of wood and briquettes and stuff, and you can light a small fire. Some rosaries and stuff on the wall there. Oh yeah, to come out here onto the main road again. we're heading to another building. If I can get down to the path here. Oh, the door's open. Right. The last time I went here, I tried doing my first live stream, and Rachel done it, and it kept going on and off because we're right on the border here. So it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, is a live stream here, because we're so close to the border. This is a part of the area where it's sort of semi-landscaped. You know, they cut the grass in this end, and all the rest of it is marshland. We're heading towards another building, which you're not going to see. Oh, here's the new pond that they created, and you've got some bog oak. This bog oak is probably lifted out of the land here, because it is pretty boggy. Right in front of you is what seems to be a representation of the tomb. Oh, I'm actually wrong. I'm ahead of myself. That's just a big mound of grass. Well, here it is. And there's the entrance. It's done like a cave. Basically, there's a big mound of clay on top of it, and all this is plastered, and you can see, I don't know if you can see with the camera on that, but a lot of it, see that the mesh holds the plaster together and stuff. But that's the cave. There is lights here, as I said, but I think they might possibly turn them off at a certain time. One thing about this rig, it's too heavy. My hands are already sore. But I'm getting more IR cold shoe lights, and they're light as a feather, so that should help matters. another one of these houses. Another little fire there that can be put on in the winter time. You can sit here, you know. Or close the door. Keep animals out. That's it. You see, and there's all marsh. You can't get very far into the distance because the light doesn't reflect off anything, you see. But there you go. I'm back at the entrance, folks. And there's the pond that we had here at the entrance and stuff. Right. That's just a shortcut over to the round tower and that. And it cuts through the marsh on a kind of a wooden gangway, you know. There's some bamboos. I didn't bring my purse with me, but I do drop money in that box now and again, you know. When I am here, I do put money in there, you know. This is kind of, it's upkeep of the grounds and stuff. It's a great organisation here, and there's a nice coffee shop and everything over here and everything. So, can't believe I'm out. And 1 o'clock in the morning, which is probably 20 past 1 now, and I'm out for a walk. There's, in the background, you can see Derry. And that airplane is still hovering around from the incident earlier on. Which is a bit concerning, having these kinds of incidents that, you know, there was a security alert just down the road from me. It was 2 bomb squad units called to somewhere around on the road somewhere. Somebody left a suspect device, you know. Right, I'm going to turn around and say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. I was just out to try and see if this setup actually works for me and that, for when we get back into doing some paranormal investigating and that. And it does work, but I need to reduce the weight, and you know, it's just a sort of trial and error. But it did perform very well. You know, the lights performed pretty well and that. But I can be proud of myself that I went out and I went for a walk and done some exercise, because lately I've been in terrible pain. and that's why I haven't been out. But we will try and get back to it, folks. Right, folks, I am going to say goodbye, and I will see you in the next one.